if you commit on social media to making like a character like Alex Ascension, you kind of like kill your old personality. I know that sounds kind of crazy, but like Alex Tosamak, which is my government name, that doesn't really exist anymore because I have to fulfill Alex Ascension now because it's like public. It's a commitment because you can't, not that I'm not being myself, it's just like the old Alex Tosamak from like high school or like early college, like that doesn't really exist anymore. I'm just me. I'm Alex Ascension. I'm a fashion designer slash conceptualist. I consider myself at least. So I like to build like world spaces, make products, create trippy videos with my friend, all sorts of different things. What drew you to fashion in the first place? I got really influenced by my dad talking about like the 1950s and 60s because he was born in 1950. So I originally was just like really interested in that sort of fashion. And then also like sneakers when I was growing up. I was a sneakerhead, I was collecting shoes, and I always wanted to like make clothes for myself that can go with those sneakers. I know that sounds kind of like simple. And then just from there, I just kept building and getting weirder, I guess, making my own stuff. You create everything from scratch. Why is the process important to you? I think that it really just comes from the heart and comes from my own like mind. I think manufacturing is also really, really bad for the environment and for like labor. There's a lot of problems overseas with like just like younger people actually making the clothes and not getting paid a lot of money for it. I learned a lot about that in like Kent State. Yeah, sustainability and everything like that. What story are you hoping your work tells? I think like every single time I make a project, it tells a new story. Like I told you personally, like I'm like a world builder, so I have an idea and then I like to like incorporate the pieces, but I also think like Alex Ascension, like me as a person, every time I make something like Alex Ascension kind of like changes. Yeah, I've always had this idea of like if you commit on social media to making like a character like Alex Ascension, you kind of like kill your old personality. I know that sounds kind of crazy, but like Alex Tosamak, which is my government name, that doesn't really exist anymore because I have to fulfill Alex Ascension now because it's like public. I originally had a streetwear brand that was called Local Delicacy. That was from 2016 to 2017, and I did kind of feel like I was conforming to like I have to just print something on a T-shirt or I have to like print a logo, and I really just wanted to express myself more, and like I don't know, I didn't really want to go with my government name, so like around like 2017, I was like I'm gonna be Alex Ascension, and then yeah, but I do think like it's a commitment because you can't. Not that I'm not being myself. It's just like the old Alex Tosamak from like high school or like early college. Like that doesn't really exist anymore. I'm just me. You said one of your missions is to build the fashion scene in Pittsburgh. Why Pittsburgh? I mean, it was where I was born. It really is home. And I think like Pittsburgh is a little saturated with clothing, but I still feel like there's a lot of room to grow when it comes to like designs. I think a lot of brands here, I'm not attacking anybody by the way. I think a lot of people like to play it safe. And as I keep going, I just want to get like weirder and weirder. Like in October, I'm releasing like slug purses, and they're gonna look slimy. And I'm not also like I'm not really into necessarily like selling everything. It's more about like the expression and the art that I'm making. I'm not too pressed about like making money off of it. I just want to express myself. So yeah, I think like there's room to grow with the creatives here, and like hopefully we can all get along together and expand and like build upon it. What is your vision for the fashion scene in Pittsburgh? Like I said, just get weirder, like be yourself more, and like I think we have a lot of history and a lot of unique people here, and I think they're just a little scared to really like be themselves. They want to conform to just like what they see online or like what they think they should do just to make some money when they can just like express themselves through art and yeah, get bigger with that, just get weirder.
Have you always had that perspective about wanting to be more weird, or is that something you grew into?
Um, I feel like it kind of like it played out that way because like in high school, I kind of got bullied a little bit and like I feel like I was pressured to conform to being like normal or like you have to have like shoes and like you have to be like this way. So I think like seeing myself develop and seeing my own skills develop and how I've grown on social media by being like the true self that I am, like making weirder things. Yeah, it just I feel comfortable just being like that now. Yeah. You've struggled with body dysmorphia and depression. Can you tell me about that journey? Like I said, like in high school, I got bullied. I was definitely like overweight. I was around like 240 pounds. And then from like the end of high school to going into college, I lost about like I'm 165 now. So it's like 90-ish pounds of weight. It kind of just like shredded off of me. I don't really know why. But getting bullied about that and then like like just like the mental and physical effects of being overweight like that and then losing it. You never really actually lose that in your mind, it feels like. So I got diagnosed with body dysmorphia in 2021 and it still stays with me to this day. Like it's just a every day, maybe some days I'll feel good and other days I won't. And same with like I also have anxiety too, and like every day it's a battle with anxiety. Yeah. If I wasn't making clothes and staying busy and keeping my mind focused, I would probably spiral. And that's just being real.
So do
Yeah.
you cope through fashion?
I think so. Yeah. I like making new things. Like I said to you, like I'm gonna drop something like next week. It's just a collection within a month. I don't like to take breaks because I would probably spiral and like just feel really bad about myself. Yeah.
And then does that help with your body dysmorphia as well to design your own clothes?
I think so. Last November, I made a smaller capsule called Distortions and Proportions, and I kind of played into the factor of like wonky sizes or things that were very expressive or larger, tighter, like just because maybe some people they don't struggle with like being overweight with body dysmorphia. Other people might think they're really small and underweight or something like that. So, yeah, I think so. It helps. I've been to therapy a couple times, and my therapist has said like you should document it and just like write it down in a notebook, not just the negatives but also the positives, so you can kind of go back and like reflect and see what helps you, see what doesn't, and work on just like changing it, having a better mindset. I love that you intentionally give people with no modeling experience to walk your runway. Why is that important to you? I think it's like really just like community based, and it's kind of a mutual transaction. I have a platform where I get to highlight the weird things that I make, and I think it's like I really appreciate when people reach out to me and just ask. Um, and also like there's a lot of pressure of like people really want to like or there's like models you see in the industry and that's very intimidating. And I think like fashion has a place where it doesn't have to be such a like secluded, like really professional environment. So I just like to give people the chance to just be themselves and wear my clothes. Have what have those experiences taught you about confidence? I think just as I continue to make things, I'm getting more confident and it's taking less time to put things out.
Mm.
Yeah.
What about like giving others platform? Has that changed the way that you use confidence? Like people who don't have modeling experience maybe?
Yeah. I've saw a lot of people, I don't wanna say his name, but he modeled in my last collection, and he was super nervous. He asked me a lot of questions leading up to the actual runway day and previously, like, the photo shoot. And now, like, as soon as I've posted something, he's immediately like, "Can I please be in it? Can I please be in it?" And I just think I've like helped him really build like I could do this. And he's not like your typical model where like he's very tall or he has like certain features. He's shorter and like I think I really like showed him you could do this too. Like it's really just about the person if you're willing to like give it a try.
Oh,
Yeah. If your younger self was here with us right now, what would you say to him? Hmm. You shouldn't have fallen into like all the negative like peer pressure and stuff of like conforming to like a norm. I went to Ambridge, so it was like very like kind of cliquish. Like there was like popular kids, but the popular kids were very just like conforming and yeah. So yeah, just like you should have stayed yourself like the whole time, I guess. Yeah. If your future self was here, what would he tell you to stop holding back? Um, Again, just being yourself. Yeah. I think like I wish I started sewing and just kind of like creating these weird concepts, whether it's through like video or just like ideas, world space building. I think I should have started this like a lot sooner.
Mhm.
I think I would already be on like a way bigger like platform or space if I would like did it when I was started at like 13 or something. Yeah. What is the biggest lesson life is teaching you right now? Just staying confident in what you're making. I've noticed like not everybody is gonna like everything. So just I don't know, like I don't wanna like I've said before and previously, like conform to something. So I'm gonna continue to make like the things I want to, whether they're getting perceived in a positive way or a negative way. I'm still gonna make them the way I want to.
Mhm.
So I'd say that. Just like being true to myself. What are you learning to love about yourself? I really do love my mind. I can just run with something, like, it's just simply a thought, and then I can build so many things around it, whether it's, like, clothes or videos. I'm really excited for the thing in October because I just had this idea, like, the word "creep," and then I was like, "Okay, the creepification of Alex Ascension, that sounds really weird," and then it just kind of, like, snowball effects into, like, a lot of different spaces and different ideas, like, just getting really weird with it, yeah.
Mm.
So, yeah, my
Can you tell me
brain
a little bit about that?
yeah, I'll tell you, like, some examples of clothes, I have this dress that looks like Cousin It from the Addams Family, and it's, like, full fur, but the back is completely nude. So, just, like, goofy things like that, like the creepification of Alex Ascension, it's, like, Halloween themed kinda, just like weird, freaky, scientific, like monster stuff. So yeah, slug purses. I have like a flannel idea where it's kind of like a cockroach, so it has like multiple arms sewn into it, and just like very bizarre things like that. I don't know if I should say this on camera or not, but like Cam, who you interviewed, the blob, we're doing a inflatable blob
Oh my
suit.
god.
So yeah, it has like a fan in it, and the blob will like expand and like the arms will get raised and yeah, so that's gonna be in it. Just a lot of like weirder things, just
Uh-huh.
yeah, things that are just kind of out of pocket and I think will be fun. And like the rave will be there, so when people are raving there'll be a giant inflatable blob mannequin thing next to them, you know. So
Before you get into those questions,
yeah.
did you make everything you're wearing right now or
uh
customize things?
so these are purple jeans. I did
Okay.
not make these. I wish I did. They're really cool, but I sewed the shirt and
Okay.
yeah.
What was your thought process behind picking your outfit today?
Um, I've been wearing a lot of black, and I've kind of had this like mood vibe switch. Even like on Instagram, I'm always like mean mugging my photos, and recently I've been dropping like pictures like I'm smiling. So maybe I'm just like happy and
Aw,
just I don't know. I've been liking like flashier things, like pops of color. It's just like a new mood
I
and a
think
new
that's a good
vibe.
sign.
Yeah, I think so. I'm in a good place, I guess.
Aw.
How has it felt to be seen in this way today? It's a little intimidating. I've never really got super personal about my like body dysmorphia, anxiety, depression. I've never really put that out there fully to like the internet, but I'm happy to do it. It feels kind of good to like get it off your chest. And it maybe like it resonates and like people would after hearing that would be like, okay, that's why he makes the things he makes. Yeah. So biggest takeaway from today.
Mhm.
Um I could just be myself and everybody has problems and it's good to get them off your chest and tell the world and hopefully it helps people. And any final thoughts? I hope I didn't say get weird too many times. I'm really grateful that you let me do this. Thank you.
Thank you.
It's been really fun. So,
I'm
thank
glad you
you.
enjoyed it.
Yeah, it's cool. Thank you.